All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, thank you for
Good.
coming. Thank you for agreeing to talk with us. We're doing a virtual health fair this year since the pandemic is going on right now. So, we're just wanting to see if we can talk to you about life choice. All right. Can you tell us where your office is located in Clarksburg?
Okay, we're on 4th Street. I think the number is 334 4th Street. We've got quite a little setup there. We moved there a couple of years ago, and it's given us a lot more room and a lot more versatility for what we want to do.
Great. Where do you guys get your funding from?
We are totally dependent on fundraising and private donations.
Can you tell us more about Life Choice, like what your mission is for the community, what you do for people?
Sure. Um, Life Choice has been around for a long time, about 30 years here, but I've been involved with them for about 8 years. And it's really a wonderful organization. Of course, our main focus is to help people with unexpected pregnancies choose life rather than abortion. But also, in this past year, we've done a complete turnabout with our program. Before, the moms, whether during the pregnancy, or we even had classes that would help them up until the child was almost a teenager. And we had a point system that they would come in and watch a video and do a homework sheet or whatever. And then they could save up their points or use them that day to get things like diapers, clothes, just about anything they might need. The whole purpose was to try to get some kind of measure of accountability from them, to help provide for their child. And actually, what our ultimate goal was to get them to a point where they really didn't need us anymore, that they could function. Well, we found out that unfortunately, a lot of times people were partaking of the classes and that mainly to get the free stuff and not to really become involved with what we were doing. So, with this past year, and it's been quite entertaining almost getting this off the ground with the COVID, but we totally changed the program to a mentoring program. So we're trying to focus a lot on the mom. We want her to understand that we're there as much for her as we are for the child. And with the new mentoring program, we do a lot of assessment with them, both self-assessment and with us helping to do an assessment so we can help them set some goals for themselves. And right now we have about 24 active clients in the program, and it's really working extremely well. So what we did was we pretty much got rid of the point system because we really wanted people coming in that were there to try to meet some dreams in their lives and set some goals for themselves and get themselves out of the situation that they're in right now. So we've got classes on, well, parenting, of course, pregnancy, life skills, helping them to get GEDs, helping them with like getting ready for job interviews, that kind of thing. We have some partnerships where they can go and get clothes for job interviews and different things like that. But we still help them meet their needs, like we're giving diapers, formula, baby food, any of those kinds of things for free. But we've closed our general store with all the clothes in that. We're referring them to different places that help with those things, like the Mustard Seed, Shepherd's Corner, those kind of things. But we're also able, if we have a mom who comes in and really needs a crib or a high chair or something, all we have to do is put it out on our social media and people just come forward with what they need. So we're seeing them coming because they really want to change things. They want to get out of relationships that they might be in right now. They want to figure out where they're going to go in the future to provide for these kids and to let them have a better life and start out a little well. So we're really excited about what's going on. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this in here, Ashley. One of our big projects right now is we are working with the Knights of Columbus to obtain an ultrasound machine for our center. We're working on, and I hope this reaches some people, we really need a doctor who would be willing to read the ultrasounds, wouldn't have to come in or do anything like that. We would do that totally electronically. We already have a tech who's joined our board and is going to take care of that. But there's nowhere around here really where somebody who may be contemplating abortion or whatever can go and just get an ultrasound so they can actually see that it's a baby in that. So we're hoping to have that up early spring. Our targeted date is the end of April. Of course, we've had a lot of setbacks with the COVID, but we're back on track with getting that done, and we're really excited about that.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned something about a mentor program. How would one get involved with that?
Well, we're looking for great volunteers. Right now, we only have 3 volunteers, myself included, who are working with the mentoring program. When people come in to sign up for our services, we explain to them that this is what it's about now and not just to come in and watch a video and get things. So we're always looking for good volunteers. You do have to go through some volunteer training, and we're using several different courses right now. Bright course that has a lot of the child care and life skills programs in them, and you become familiar with them. We try to hook volunteers up with clients that they will be really compatible with, because the whole thing about it is to develop a relationship with that girl, with that mom, so that you really can help her turn things around. But anybody, we have lots of opportunities for volunteers. We have phone volunteers who answer our phone after hours. Sometimes they can always get to somebody. If it's not us or one of our phone volunteers, we do have an answering service, because we definitely don't want to miss any calls from someone who needs help, especially if they might be abortion minded. But great volunteer system. You can do that. You can come into the center and help with sorting things as they come in, doing filing, helping getting mailings out, and that. Our center director has been really working hard with an associate that we have there to help with the social media to get our word out there about what the program is. But there's always something for a volunteer to do. And we're especially looking for those volunteers who would really like to work with the moms in a mentoring capacity.
Great, that's great. Can you tell us how many people that you provide services to in about a year's time?
My goodness. Last year we had hit, it was probably close to 300. And that was just, we were still between programs there. So, but we won't turn anybody away. If somebody comes into the office and they need diapers or formula or whatever, we're not going to turn them away. We'll give them the assistance they need, but try to get them to be, at least try the program. Part of our new program too also has a deep spiritual component to that, so that we can try to match them up with church groups or whatever that could be of additional help in addition to what we can do for them.
All right, that's great. Can you tell us any stories that have stood out to you about people that you've helped during your time at Life Choice?
Yeah, we had one especially that was in a very bad relationship and was afraid to leave it because of financial situation. She really didn't have any means of support, didn't have a high school diploma, didn't have any of that. So we worked with her, got a GED, helped her work through the process to get her GED. She got a couple job interviews. She did get a job, was able to leave. She was at the point of putting her child up for adoption at the time, but not now. They're doing well.
That's amazing to hear. I'm glad. So if people want to support your organization, like what kind of items will you need donated?
We can always use diapers and wipes. Those are a big thing. We do have a Facebook page. They can always go there. There will be notices put up if we need something in particular, like if somebody needs a crib or a mattress or a high chair or different things like that, or specific size clothes. We've also been trying to do that. If they need something specific, we'll put it on our Facebook page and say, hey, we're in need of boys' clothes 3 months to whatever to get them. The other thing that really helps us is consistent monthly donors. We do have some churches who consistently donate. We have some private entities that donate, but that's what keeps us going. We've been very, very thankful to God this year that we've been able to keep the doors open and have done as well as we have. Of course, we didn't meet our budget, but we were still able to keep the doors open and help our clients, because we usually did about 10 fundraisers a year. And our two big ones were always our Golf for Life and the Banquet for Life. But of course, we weren't able to do that this year. We tried a virtual banquet. It was somewhat successful, but not like the face-to-face things. So you can go to the Facebook page and find ways to donate monetarily too.
All right. And how could someone who is interested in getting your services get in contact with you?
All they have to do is make a phone call or stop into the office. And the information is on the Facebook page too.
Okay. And with the pandemic, how has that impacted your ability to help people?
Well, actually, when it all started, the board decided we were not going to close totally. So what we did for the first, from March till July, well, March to May, I guess, somebody was in the office during our regular office hours, so that if someone was in need of diapers, formula, whatever, they could come in and get them. We did not do any client sessions during that time. Then in about May, I think it was, as things began to open up a little bit, we began to open up with some very strict protocols. Of course, people had to wear a mask. We didn't have more than 2 people in the center at a time, and we staggered those appointments. We do have a couple of client rooms, so we were able to do that and not have people even really passing each other coming out of the building. In July, we opened back up totally to our regular hours and that, but we've still been using the protocols with wearing a mask, wiping everything down after clients are in there. That's when we decided we would close the store, the general store that we had, just full of clothes and stuff, so that people weren't coming in, going through things. So now what we do is, if they need something, we ask them what size diapers, what kind of formula, whatever, and we just get it and take it out to them. Yeah, it was rough for those few months, but we made it.
All right. That's all the questions that we have today for you.
Okay.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Oh, my pleasure. Anytime we can get the word out there. Again, like I said, we've tried to change things so that we're really focusing on the mom, because she needs the support too to keep it going and to keep those little kitties with her and to be able to provide. So anybody who's looking for a good volunteer position or something to do, give us a call. We're always looking for them.